Hello, everyone. How are you? Hope you're having an incredible day, and may peace be upon you. Welcome to our training today, how to land a TED Talk with myself and Michelle Mehta, who is a TEDx speaker. If you are catching us live, comment 1. If you're catching us on a replay, comment 2. If you're new to me, comment 3 so that I can reach out and say, hello. Michelle, let's say hello to everybody really quickly.
Hi, everyone. Such an honor to be here today and teach you all things TED.
Yay. So we're going to be jamming up today in sharing with you and teaching you how you can land a TED Talk. If we haven't been properly introduced before, my name is Dr. Izdihar Jamil. I'm a media and publicity expert. I'm also a TED speaker. And I have with me Michelle, who's my team member, as well as a TEDx speaker. Michelle is the lady that held me accountable for my TEDx stream all the way to the TED stage. And she was literally there on my TED Talk here in LA. So Michelle, just quickly give a little bit of intro about yourself.
Hi, everyone. So as Izzy said, I'm a TEDx speaker. I'm also a 3-time international bestselling author, and I am a confidence expert. I coach women on owning their voices and owning their power as they go up and share their message. So I basically connect with beautiful ladies like you and helping them figure out what is their next plan so they can be the Lady Gagas of their industry and of their world. So
absolutely, Michelle is the best, the go-to person, highly trained person to kind of create the best plan for you on the next step in terms of getting you in front of prestigious platforms and how you can leverage it to grow your business or increase your income or attract the best clients. If you're catching us, just say hello below. Just say hello below so that Michelle and I can say hello back. So hopefully we'll be able to catch up with you ladies in a moment. Now, what we want to do today is kind of like give you the ideas that you can do to start off with your TED dreams. Michelle and I, remember, Michelle, when we had that dream, right? Like, can we even do it? Do our voice even matter? What kind of idea do we want to share? Don't know we can do this. So kind of talk through us a little bit, Michelle, on what made it so important for you to speak on the TED stage?
Yeah, so my journey started when I was 16 years old. Actually, I say 16, but it was actually 15 at my own sweet 16 birthday party. That was 10 days before my actual birthday. And so I basically had the opportunity to share my message, which was basically a PowerPoint presentation, and talk for 20 minutes straight. And it was so nerve-wracking. I had like 2 rounds of practice done the night before and had to present in the morning. And it was so daunting. But on the day of, the feedback that I received was, Michelle, you're a natural. Michelle, you should do this more often. Michelle, can you MC our next birthday party? Hey, can you MC our next New Year's party? And it just came about. And so I then told my parents, I was like, I want to be a motivational speaker. And my parents thought, motivational speaking, that doesn't make any money. Sales does go into sale other people's products and services. And I was like, you want me to go sell other people's products and services? Okay, I guess that makes sense. But deep down, I knew in my heart that I wanted to be a motivational speaker. And so I shared a message at a seminar, and the seminar host said, where do you see your message? And they said, we see her speak on the TEDx stage and a TED Talk. And I said, yeah, in 2030, not in 2020. And the opportunity came to apply and work with a TEDx coach. I said, why not? And I did. And I got accepted in the first round of auditions. That's when you know you're meant to do something, because things open up quicker than you thought possible. So my dream was to be the best motivational speaker that I could be, and being on a TEDx stage, a TEDx platform, helped me achieve that.
Absolutely. And that, if like any of you here, just a quick check-in, how many of you here have this desire to speak on the TED stage? So give us a yes. How many of you here have got this desire to speak on the TED stage? How many of you here have this dream, like, you know what? That's going to be me on the red dot. Like, how many of you have got those dreams? Like, give us a yes in the comments below. And guess what, darling? When you have that dream, when you have that desire, that sensation, that feeling, that thought that comes up, it means you're ready. It means that you are ready. Is it going to be scary, Michelle, the whole journey?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was just like, I'm the type of person that likes to do things on my own. And so literally 3 weeks before the deadline, I was like, I have a 17-minute talk and I need to break it down into 7 to 9 minutes. 70 pages worth of content needed to be broken down into 3 pages. What am I going to do? And since I like to do things on my own, asking for support is not my jam. And that's the first thing I did, was reach out to the organizer. I said, screaming, help is needed. I am stuck. And literally the organizer spent 5 hours with me going over my speech, nailing it down from 17 pages to 3 pages.
So let's bring it back. Let's bring it back a little bit, Michelle, because some of the ladies, they're scared, right? They want it, they feel it, they can see themselves, but they're scared. And I just want to say that's absolutely normal. That's absolutely normal. Michelle was scared. Like, I was even scared. I just had a baby. And then the moment Michelle was like, Izzy, you need to speak to the sets on the TED stage. And I'm like, Michelle, like, it's one of my biggest desire, one of my biggest dreams. But I say, I've just had a baby. I'm scared of public speaking. I don't think I can do this. And it really is scary for me to speak in person or on stage. For virtual, I've practiced so much since 2018, going on lives, like 1,000 lives, but it is scary. And guess what, darling? If you have that desire, sensation, not only means that you're ready, but it means you're living. You're living, right, Michelle? You're living and you're growing. So let's break things up, Michelle. We know the ladies here. Let's just check again, Michelle. Who here have the desire to speak on the TED stage? Don't have to think about the why, the when, and everything. Just say yes below if you have that desire for you to speak on the TED stage, or at least see you standing on the red dot, sharing your message. It doesn't matter what your message is, or how, or when, or why, whatever that is. Michelle and I are here to help you, guide you through that. But
Recreate Beyond Limits says yes. Carolyn Brand says yes.
Wonderful. That's exciting. That's exciting. Absolutely. That the first thing is you got to say yes to yourself. If you don't say yes to yourself,
yes.
Yes, Jen Schiffer. Yes, yes, yes. So you got to say yes to yourself first, darling, because otherwise, no matter what Michelle and I do or tell you to do, it's going to hit a roadblock. So well done for saying yes to yourself. So Michelle and I here are going to hash out 3 biggest myth, biggest takeaway that you can take. Even if you don't see us today, it's going to be so valuable, and we're going to give you the best experience that you've never had before. This is what Michelle and I, this is what we love to do, right, Michelle? We love helping other women. We love sharing our voices. We love sharing women's voices. So the first thing that Michelle and I, we want to share about the key ingredients that can make you stand out to the TED organizers. Because a lot of organizers, they have applicants for you. Basically, for you to be on the TED stage, you have to apply. And TED organizers receive a lot of applications. So Michelle, let's kind of give them a few things that can help them stand out to the TED organizers based from your personal experience and the people that you know.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, do you know if your idea is unique enough? Some people feel like, I've been working with a few ladies already, and some like, oh, well, I have a unique story. I was adopted. Okay, but do you realize that you may have a unique experience about adoption, but the topic of adoption is 20 to 30 different videos. Your idea isn't unique enough. So do your research. Google the crap out of your idea. Take keywords of your idea and Google that on TEDx YouTube channel and the TED.com, because you won't know if your idea is unique enough unless your idea shows up. When I typed in my idea of adversity quotient, 2 videos popped up, only 2. And that's why I knew my idea was unique.
Absolutely. So you want to know what's going to make you stand out is you want to have a unique idea, something that is big, something that is bold, but also is in alignment with you. In the book, Talk Like TED, the number one characteristic of any TED speakers is that they're passionate about that topic. They're passionate about that topic. They love, they breathe it, they enjoy it, they embrace it, they embody their message. That it's not them and the message, but they are one between you and your message. You gotta have that fire. You gotta have that passion, and it is going to come across to the organizer. I remember when one of the applications that I sent, my topic was the fake you is the real you. Now I can laugh about it, but at that moment I was pretty serious about it. Okay, the fake you is the real you. Kind of like fake it till you make it, and I was, passionate about it, but it wasn't truly me. I could feel something was off, and I didn't get into that particular organizer. And the refinement of your message is a process. That's what the TED organizer is going to see. The more refined your TED idea is, the more that it's going to make you stand out and make it easier for the organizer to say yes to you. And when I applied to, the moment that Michelle was like, okay, Izzy, you need to speak on the TED stage. And I'm like, Michelle, just had a baby, can't do this. I'm scared of public speaking, but it's one of my biggest desires. Like, I want it, but I'm like, no, this and this and this. But then Michelle was like, Izzy, you're a trailblazer. Where you go, people follow. You want to create a path so that other women can share their voices. Okay, let's do it. So I applied to the first TED conference, and the next and the next. 9 organizers said no to me. 6, no response. 3 said no. But I keep on going until the perfect one, the last one, said yes to me.
You even had a mental breakdown the night before.
Yeah, I had a mental breakdown. I'm going to blame it all to PMS, okay? I'm just going to blame it all to PMS. But it is the refinement of the process, that is the refinement of the message through the process of application that's going to make you look so attractive. Because once you nailed your message, then it's going to make it easier for you to stand out. And that moment, I'm like, I'm going to share my unique, big and bold message. And one of the things I wrote was that it takes balls to wear the hijab. Like, it takes balls to wear the hijab. And that was the part that kind of like hooked me into the organizer, and they said yes to me. And even the email, Sonali Fist, the creator of Tedx Delta Woman, I love your statement about it takes balls to wear the hijab. Like, so that is kind of like some of the characteristics that we want you to recreate, if possible. Michelle, with doing your research, being more like, what is it? Analytical, Michelle? More prepared, right? You got to be prepared.
Yeah, like I had this idea of, I wanted to let people know that their thoughts make a difference in their world, that their thoughts can make them happy, and their thoughts can create anxiety or depression, and have the choice be theirs, which one they want to choose. And so that was something I was really passionate about. And I was been watching a couple of Netflix series, and I could hear the character say something like, I am a troublemaker. And I was like, well, how do I change that? How do I make my message change that? And I created a whole idea based on the show called Never Have I Ever on Netflix. And that was like my whole big example. And that was my first draft. And the organizers said, you know what, Michelle, we love this, but I don't think we need to talk about it. We need to talk more about you and how this impacts you. And I was like, oh my goodness, you're so right. So I was able to like refine it and have it be the best version of it needed to be. And that's what got me the traction, right? It's gotten me traction in front of high school teachers, high school parents, allowing them to be like, yeah, this stuff is real, and get invited to speak at various conferences and events, and letting people know to share their message. Because our thought patterns do matter. Like it takes balls to wear a hijab. Our thought patterns matter.
Absolutely. So I want you to comment below, for those of you who are listening and watching, I want you to comment below what characteristic that you feel that you have that can stand out to the organizers. So put a comment below, like for example, Michelle, she's open to coaching. You can hear from her story, right? When the organizer says, this is great, but we want to hear more about this. So she's open to coaching. One thing I know, no organizers, whether it's TED or any other organizers, they don't want drama queens. Like this is something that Irena Ferguson, who is a 3-time TEDx curator, told me. Like, I don't want to work with any drama queens or people who feel entitled. So comment below.
So
what
Jen is writing, Jen's writing, PMS is a great thing to get us out of our comfort zone. It's hard to hold back at that time. Resilience, yes. Never give up. That's what she's
absolutely, Jen. Resilience and never giving up. Like, had I given up at number 3, you know, when I sent in the application as the number 3 organizer, I wouldn't be able to share my voice on the TED stage on the 4th of December 2021 with my message of the revolution to overcoming social adversity. So kind of like, what are your characteristics that you already have, like within you, that's going to make you stand out to the organizer? So comment below. One of the things about me is that because I'm persistent, because I didn't give up, because I just allowed myself to have that breakdown, that PMS moment, I had the ability to refine my message, like tweak it so that it becomes unique and bold and courageous. And that's what literally shows up with the organizer. The persistence, the clarity, the commitment, the courage, the self-expression, to like, it takes balls to wear the hijab. You don't hear any other hijab when Muslim women say that, yeah? But I'm like, it takes balls to wear the hijab because this, and this. So just comment below what.
And Izzy, someone's saying recreate Beyond Limits is saying we can't get life wrong.
We can or we can't?
We cannot get life wrong.
Absolutely, we cannot get life wrong, and that's what makes it so precious. So that if you hold on to that characteristic that you have, persistent, commitment, being ready, like Michelle, do your research, because when you send in your idea, you need to know what you're going to be talking about and why it is unique. Let's say like for example, adversity is a big topic, isn't it, Michelle?
Yeah. And recreate Beyond Limits saying, can't the system will self-correct? Can't the system will self-correct?
Yeah, so what do you mean by can the system will self-correct? So just put in the comments below, because Michelle and I want to make sure that we've captured your voice as is. So what we want to do, I mean, it's kind of like honing in what characteristic that you have within yourself based on our stories. Mine is not giving up, on having my big and bold message, on having that clarity around it, and having self-expression to say that to the organizer. My organizer, the theme was revolution. So they want someone who's going to disrupt what we have in society. And I'm coming in with my big and bold message of having the revolution, because I could see why my daughter Nadra is going to grow up as a Muslim woman, and I didn't like it. So I had to share something. One top tip, my TED message has got nothing to do with my business. Even Michelle, like, she didn't say like, you know, it's not a marketing tool to say about your business, and it is against TED policy to say about your business. But Michelle, how can we make it? Now we know the key ingredients that kind of going to make you stand out to the TED organizers, but share about the impact that you have when you have that TED-worthy message. A lot of people think, oh, I'm going to talk about my business. No, darling, you're not going to be talking about your business. But how can you have a TED-worthy message that builds instant connection with your audience?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to piggyback off of what Beatrice Weber said. My message is courage, and we need to let a part of us die in order to live life fully. So based on that, right? So my message was based on what I had personally experienced at a middle school. I had 100 kids between the ages of 11 to 14 years old say, I have evil voice inside of my head. And I asked them what their voices were telling me. And they were telling me things like, I'm not smart enough. I'm an idiot. I'm overweight. I'm not loved. And it broke my heart. And that became my why. That how do I support this population of people and allowing them to not commit suicide, allowing them to not be anxious or not be depressed, because this was on the rise in 2019. 6 out of 10 teenagers are depressed or suffering with anxiety or depression. Out of which, like, I think 1,200 of them may commit suicide in the next 24 hours. And that was the message that basically wanted me to like just propel out. And my big goal was that I really wanted to be the best motivational speaker that I could be. It was a passion of mine. It was a dream of mine. But like coming from an Indian family background, it's very difficult to put that into monetary terms. And so I had to overcome the imposter syndrome as a result of it. And for me, being a TEDx speaker gave me the ability that, yes, I'm on the right path. Yes, I can do this. And yes, I'm unstoppable. Right. And so coming back to the idea is something that hits home, something that, I mean, I was a confidence coach for teenagers. That was my business plan, pre-working with Izzy and, so I came from the teen conference approach. How do I help my clients go through this process? But not once did I say that I'm a coach for teenagers or I do this. I just said, through my work, I'm able to find this, this, and this.
And that's kind of build the confidence, that a message that build confidence or instant trust with your audience. That's a lily pad to opening other opportunities, which Michelle and I are going to be sharing in a moment, the kind of impact that you can have. And was it Beatrice, Michelle, that said about courage? Yes. And absolutely, darling, courage is one of the things, one of the characteristics that's going to make you look so attractive to the organizers. If you look at throughout time, throughout history, all those people that are legends, they're so courageous, even when they're scared. So to me, courage is just fear plus commitment plus action. Courage is just fear plus commitment plus action. And that is one of the characteristics that's going to make you stand out. We're not going to sugarcoat it, right, Michelle? Being a TED speaker is hard work. It takes a lot. Some people have a plan.
It pushes you out of your comfort zone and it pushes you off of the spectrum that you didn't even know you had.
Exactly, because you have to apply to be a TED speaker. Some of you may get invited. Some of you may, you have to apply to the speaker. And, sometimes you reject it. Sometimes you go to the first round and the second round and then nothing. It takes commitment. But what Michelle and I know is that when you follow through the things that we teach you to do, your results are going to be predictable. But you have to stick with the plan. You have to stick with the plan. You have to trust in the process. You have to trust yourself, and your results will be predictable.
And so Deb said, if you can help teens, you can help anyone. And Beatrice says, very related to my story. Yes, so it's not just a personal story that matters. It's also about, you have to have certain criteria that we will talk to you about in the course that we teach, right? What exactly are the TEDx organizers looking for? Because if you want to talk about a story related to your personal life, then just do a Facebook Live. It's not going to, it's only going to get you so far. There's other elements that are there that makes a TEDx talk unique. So yeah, so that's basically it. So feel free to share more about your story, Beatrice, because we're excited to learn more about you.
Absolutely. And Michelle, in a moment, Michelle's going to be dropping on her scheduler link for those of you who've got this desire, who've got the dream, but you know what? I need a plan. I need a team to take care of me and support me. Michelle is the best person for you to take care of that and play it out, hash out your ideas a little bit. Like we said, it is a commitment that how fired up you are to be a TED speaker. And I want to share with you the impact that you have when you build when you have a TED-worthy message. One of the things that have happened to me, if you check out my talk, Coming to America, a story of a hijab-wearing woman, yes, I shared about my story, but also I make it so that it fits into the theme of ideas worth sharing. My big, my bold, my unique message, and how it's going to help and impact others. And because of that, because of me sharing that, my message, my heart, my soul, everything to me, within me, I got invited to tomorrow I'm going to be speaking at an event where people pay thousands to be in that event. And I got invited to speak at that event. So it raises your credibility, because people know when you're a TED speaker, you're not gonna, you're the real deal. Not to mean that you're real deal, but you're not before, but you have an elevation to you. Because TED speakers, we're highly trained to give impactful message in the shortest amount possible. That's what we train for. And that's why we train our clients in our mastermind program on the TED Mastermind. You have the elevation. People know when you're a TED speaker, you're going to go straight to the point. You're going to be impactful. You're going to be inspirational. You're going to do this. It is an elevation, and it makes it easier for you to be chosen as the keynote speaker. Keynote speakers, TED speakers, they always have prime time. They always have prime time. So Michelle, kind of like share a little bit about the impact that you have. Remember, like you told me earlier, you got invited to speak at the school.
Yes. So being a TEDx speaker has definitely up-leveled me in terms of the types of podcasts I've had. I've had teenagers have their own podcast invite me as a guest speaker. I've had people who've had like top 10 podcasts in the nation come and like invite me to be on their platform, because when you're a TEDx speaker, it builds credibility for the podcast host as well. So automatically their reviews blow up, their views blow up as well as a result. So being a TEDx speaker, not only is it a feel-good moment for you, but it's also a feel-good moment for your message across the board. So just this morning, I got a call or a message from a high school teacher who's been following my life for a very long time now. And he said, Michelle, I want you to do a weekly talk at my school. And I would love to do it every Friday. Let me know what time works for you. We can either do it in person or in Zoom. So these are the opportunities that pop up, right? It's about sharing the message, impacting one new person in your life, right? And stories connect with people. Stories connect with the audience. I mean, I was just like telling somebody about, I was just being vulnerable with somebody. And this person has walls that said, I am not vulnerable, I will not share. And the more I shared about my life, automatically those walls were torn down instantaneously. So how bold are you to share your message? How bold are you to share your courage? How bold are you to go up and talk about something that matters to you?
Absolutely. So if you're listening to this, I want you to comment below. What message do you want to share? Like, what is your passion? What are the things that fires up within you? What message that you want to share? It doesn't matter whether it's on a TED stage or wherever else, but what is the message that you want to share? What is your biggest enemy? Like, what is it that you're fighting for? Like for me, what I fight for is sharing women's voices without prejudice. Because in my life, the way I have been, social adversity in America, I had to face a lot of judgments and preconception. And that's what I fight for, to create a path so that other women can powerfully, confidently share their voices without prejudice. And also, like, I want to see a world where my daughter Nadra is going to grow up not only to be proud and courageous of who she is, of her roots and heritage, but also live in a society that is open and accepting of each other's differences. And that's what I fight for. So comment below.
So
what is the...
we have a couple comments. Beatrice
Perfect.
Saying, you had mentioned that you have a list of TEDx organizers. When will you be sharing that?
at the end of the talk. So stay at the end of the talk. So something that we forgot to mention, Michelle and I will be sharing a list of active TED organizers. And let me tell you, darling, what we're teaching you right now, it is the fundamental for you to have to reach out to the organizers. Because if you don't know this and you just go straight at them, they're gonna be like, okay, this, like, you want to do your research, you want to set the foundation so that when you approach them, it's gonna matter. You're gonna matter. You're prepared for it. So, darling, just wait till the end, and then Michelle and I are gonna be sharing with you a list of active TED organizers from anywhere in the world, from anywhere in the world.
And Deb said, I adore that format, being a poet who loves being efficient with my words, but very impactful at the same time. Carolyn Brand says, smash the bias. Nice girls don't ask. And Carolyn Brand also says, I fight and encourage women to step up and ask for what they want. And Beatrice says, awesome. So those are and then Deb says, I am so appreciative that you are blazing the trail.
Thank you, darlings. So once you know the characteristic that TED organizers are looking for, and TED is not for everybody. It is not for everybody. And TED organizers are looking for distinct kind of people. And you know the impact that it can have when you have a TED-worthy message. It's not just, yes, you work hard to get on the TED stage. It's massive credibility, it's massive trust, brand authority, elevation. But there's more to it than just standing on the TED stage and sharing your message. There's more on the back end of it, the front end of it, the right hand and the left hand of it. One of the things that I'm really thankful for, that because of my message, that people viewed and, you know, connected with me. One of the most common message that I receive is that I just cried watching your TED Talk. I just cried watching your TED Talk. Is that it landed me a position as an adjunct lecturer at a university. So from that hard work on the TED Talk, sharing my message, helping others, it's coming back to me in return, because now I'm able to increase my income because of the opportunity of becoming an adjunct lecturer, or when people hire me to do a project or to do a workshop. There is like a trickling effect of things that, yes, sharing my message on the TED stage.
And Deb also says that is why your services are so critical. We all benefit from guidance.
Thank you so much, Deb. And what a pleasure it is to like serve other women. So one final point that Michelle and I want to cover is that how can the TED stage give you quantum leap advantage over your competitors? So Michelle, why don't you share about the point where you're easily being chosen prime time and keynote speakers in summits or in speaking engagements?
Yeah, so when you become a TEDx speaker, or you go on this journey on this path of TEDx speaking, your impact rises, because all of a sudden people know that you can talk. That because TEDx talk guidelines are so strict. They need to know every single word that you're saying. They need to know your time limit, and you have to be in that particular time limit, otherwise your talk will be disqualified. And so when you get invited to speak, they know that you can speak in that particular timeline. Like, timing is perfect, because if as speakers, if we're off by a minute or two, it messes up the entire agenda that's on the program. And so I've been invited to speak at women's events. I've been invited to speak at various summits, because they know that if we give Michelle 22 minutes, she's going to speak in 22 minutes. If we give her 10 minutes, we know she can speak in 10 minutes. If we give her 5 minutes, we know she can speak in 5 minutes. And that trust is already there. That they're not just going to pick some Yahoo off the street and it's going to ramble on for hours and hours and hours, or for minutes and minutes and minutes, right? They know that you're going to be straight to the point and direct. So that's what the advantages of being a TEDx speaker is, that you come with such training and adversity that anyone that invites you, they know for a fact that you're going to rock their world and you're going to rock their audience at the same time.
That is awesome. And I just wanted to share with you, like, when you have this, you on the tech platform, that's my TED Talk, Coming to America, A Story for Hijab Women. It's been viewed 19,000 times, almost 20,000 now. What happens to me is that people now come to me as my client. You know, people who are on edge. Do I not work with her? Do I not want to work with her? They just come through. And now when I work with a collaboration with other people, it's just so easy to collaborate with other people. And I've gotten referrals more now so than I've ever been before because of this prestige and credibility. They know what it takes to be a TED speaker. It takes everything there is for you to be a TED speaker, and more so when you have a beautiful, crafted storytelling kind of message that touches people's hearts. It takes you to the next level. So clients who are on edge are coming through. People want to do collaborations with me. People refer me. I've got clients now, which I'm so thankful, that just pay me in full without having a sales call. Like, I'm like, did that just happen? Like, it's just mind blowing. Opportunities open up, clients coming in. So it matters what your message, like, for your message has to matter first, right, Michelle? If your message isn't, how do I say, isn't passionate, isn't connecting, isn't attractive, isn't touching people's heart, then people be like, yeah, okay, the first few seconds axed it out, I'm sorry to say. But if your message is compelling and attractive and emotional and touching and fired up and courage, they can see every part of you, they can feel every part of you. That's what's going to take you to the edge. So,
Deb, I'm going to answer your question. So my background in live theater can be useful, and that is absolutely correct. You know, like, use everything that you have. Use your God-given strength to master this talk. And Recreate Beyond Limits says that is amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. Absolutely. And that's how you're going to have a quantum edge over your competitors. Okay, let's put it this way. You have a speaker, a self-proclaimed speaker or a speaker here, and then you have a TED speaker whose message has been viewed in front of thousands, like mine, 20,000 since end of December, since December. Which of these are the organizers or clients or influencers are likely going to choose? A speaker or a TED speaker that has impactful views on their TED Talk? I rest my case in that point, isn't it, Michelle? Resting my case and that point to, like, okay, that's it. It's kind of unfair in a way, isn't it, Michelle? It's kind of unfair or materialistic. Oh, just because that, she gets that. But what you don't know is what it takes to be a TED speaker. So I just wanted to know that it is. For those of you who are interested to be a TED speaker, Michelle and I'm going to be sharing with you a strategic method that can help you take it to the next level. But we're not going to sugarcoat it. It takes work, it takes commitment, it takes effort. But if you stick to the plan on what Michelle and I tell you to do, if you stick to the plan, you're going to get predictable results. It's like, the way I see it, if like you put me in my zone of genius, like if you trust me and I have the freedom to be in my zone of genius, I can cause epic shit. Like, but I have to be in that zone of genius to help take you to that next level. And the way to do it is when I have freedom and trust and connection with that person to take it. So Michelle, let's kind of like wrap it up in the summary on the 3 things that we mentioned about, you know, the ingredients that are going to help you stand out, what are the impact, and the quantum advantage to be a TED speaker.
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, obviously, when you become a TEDx speaker, there's credibility, there's brand, there is commitment that takes place. Second, people want TEDx speakers in their life. They want them to come because it empowers them. It makes them look really good. So Recreate Beyond Limits says, thank you so much for all your sharing. Very much appreciated. Jeff says, that is why working with the 2 of you is so fantastic. It's a proven methodological approach that you have. So thank you so much. And the third thing is that it gives you the ultimate confidence you need to grow your business X amount of times. I mean, I'm saying like 2 times, 3 times, 5 times. Izzy has gotten her talk in December. And because it was filmed in person and her story was so compelling, especially in the time where racism is prevalent more than ever, she's gotten 20K views because she's been putting herself out there more so than ever. For me, my journey was to empower as many high school students. And the fact is that I'm now able to speak in front of high schools and connect with teenagers. My mission has been accomplished, right? So, what is it that you want? What is the end goal of you having the TEDx talk? And are you willing to do the work? That's what matters.
Absolutely. And it's just an opener to so many things, like Michelle, that what are you willing to do for it? Are you willing to fight for it? Like with every breath that you have, even when you have your PMS, with them, when you're crying, and like when the organizers don't get back to you, when they say no to you. And then look, I'm really scared speaking on stage. Okay, I just am, because those after COVID, you know, when you're isolation and you have those eyeballs looking at you, I'm like, dear God, like I have this eyeballs, like real life eyeballs, like looking at you. You can see their faces. It's absolutely scary for me. But I ask help from the best people, from the best experts, from storytelling to stage performance to confidence. One of them is Michelle. So Michelle and I, we're going to give you everything that we've got. And our commitment to you is to take you all the way to the TED stage. Just like Michelle helped me, just like both of us are going to help you to take it to the next level. So we're just going to wrap up in a couple more minutes. If you have questions, now is the time to drop us some questions. And then at the end, before we leave, we're going to share with you a list of TED organizers, active TED organizers that you can start contacting today from anywhere in the world, whether you're in the US, whether in Europe, whether in Asia, whether in Japan, wherever you are. We're going to give you a list of active TED organizers that you can contact. So in the meantime, just drop your comments below. Michelle and I have got a few minutes to take care of you, to listen to you, to make sure that your voices are being heard. If there's any questions, Michelle and I are here for the next few minutes. But if you want to take it to the next level, if you've got this burning desire, this kind of like this sensation, just know that you're ready. And when you say yes to yourself, Michelle and I are here for you. So Michelle, if you drop on your link so that the ladies can reach out to you, so that we together, we can figure out a plan for you, starting off hashing out or brainstorming a little bit about your idea and what your journey is going to look like.
And so I'm investing in my future with you. Thank you, Deb.
Yay, that's so exciting. And Deb has a plan. So Deb is building her platform, building her authority to get her to the TED stage. And one of the things that I think that we forgot to say, Michelle, is that yes, your idea is important, but I think for you to have a credibility tag into your application, because they're going to ask you for it. You know, like for example, being on Forbes, being on TV or magazine, or becoming a best-selling author, it's going to help make things easier, because then you know, oh yeah, this person knows her stuff. This person is serious about her work. Not just that she has a solid message, but she's also committed to empowering others through these various platforms.
Yeah, because they look at like, are you they're looking at like, have you spoken before? Have you shared your message before? They want to know, like when I applied for my tech journey, I was already a 2-time best-selling author. I was already featured with a couple of magazines. I was already featured on TV. So it propelled the credibility. So it was really an honor for them to have me in their conference.
Absolutely. And darlings, if you're on the way, if you want to build all that, you know, don't worry, we've got you covered. We have an amazing plan for you, amazing publicity and media plan for you. Just come and reach out to Michelle. And I just really want to share, like, you know, like, was it, I think last year? Yes, last year, I think April or May, something like that, that Michelle was literally like, Izzy, you got to speak on the TED stage. Like I said, it's like one biggest thing I really wanted. I've asked her before, but I'm like, Michelle, I just had a baby and I'm scared of public speaking. I don't think I can do this. And Michelle was like, Izzy, you're a trailblazer. Where you go, people follow. You need to create a path so that other women can follow. Okay. Let's do it. Apply to the first conference and the next and the next. 9 organizers said no to me. I'm heartbroken and I feel like I'm not good enough, but I keep moving forward until the perfect one said yes. I'm just so happy and excited that I fall into frustration out of gratitude. My dream is to be the best TED speaker. I asked help from various experts, from storytelling to stage performance to confidence. I practice every day when I'm walking, showering, cooking, driving. And the 4th of December, 2021, the day of my TED Talk, I'm speaker number 9 out of 12. I'm so nervous, anxious, and scared that my chest tightens. I couldn't breathe. And I'm stretching, warming up, walking, meditating in the green room just to calm my nerves. Then the MC says, our next speaker is Dr. Izdihar Jamil. And what I remember most about her is a smile. And in that moment, I just close my eyes and I say, God, just let me be. Help them hear my heart. Help me touch their hearts. Help me to take care of one person so I can be so grateful. Open my eyes, look to my right to my audience, smile to them as I'm walking on the TED stage. I stop on the red dot. I turned, face the camera, smile, and say my first line, my husband, Rizal. I can see a world where my daughter Nadra is going to grow up as a Muslim woman, and I didn't like it. And I shared that the revolution to overcoming social adversity isn't to blend, change, conform, or transform yourself to fit the preconceived notion of society's checklist, but rather to be proud and courageous of your roots and heritage. Then the first audience stands up, and the next, until the whole audience stands up. I received one of the longest and loudest standing ovation of the day. After my talk, so many people come to me and said, you made me cry. I can feel every part of emotion from your story. And you are so brave. And that I wish my daughter is here to hear my story, to hear your story. That's why I do what I do, sharing women's voices on prestigious platforms without prejudice, so that my daughter Nadra and your daughter can grow up in a world where not only they're proud and courageous of their roots and heritage, but live in a society that is open and accepting to each other's differences. So darlings, when are you going to share your voice? And when you're ready, Michelle and I are here for you. Click on the link below and let's have a chat, and we'll take you all the way to the top. So before we kind of like wrap things up, thank you so much, Deb. Thank you, really appreciate it. Again, when are you going to share your voice? And a quick idea, a quick publicity, a quick strategy that Michelle and I want to share with you is that we do offer a TED mastermind for women, just women, just you and us, in an intimate, sacred space that is very safe, nurturing, and effective in a way, because we know your voice matters and we want to get you to the TED stage as soon as we can. So if I can share with everybody what we have to offer, and then we'll wrap it up by sharing with you a list of TED organizers, okay? So this is the link.
Through that, I'm just going to read the few comments that we have. So Deb said, again, you both are amazing on TED and in person. Your message is so loving, brave, and beautiful. Michelle, your work with teens is so critical. You are a blessing. So thank you so much for your love and support. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you so much.
Absolutely. And so this is the website. I'll be dropping it off in a moment. izdiharjamil.com/TED. izdiharjamil.com/TED. So this is the mastermind. And where Michelle and I, we don't have a cookie cutter program kind of thing that is this X amount of time that you have to be with us, but we give you a choice. So you can choose whether you want to start on the silver, platinum, sapphire program. The only difference is the duration of it. So silver is a 3-month, 6-month, and 9 months. It is a monthly group coaching. So we have you going to be meeting with us twice a month. It's an intimate session. So Michelle and I rarely take a huge number of women at one time because we want to keep it intimate. We want to keep it safe. We want to create that connection with you. There's online course. There's also one-to-one coaching session. And for those of you who answer fire, we're going to connect you with the TED organizers. So you can learn exactly what it takes. And because Michelle and I both are TED speakers, we have good relationship with our organizers. As our mastermind clients, we can connect you with the organizer. You know, it's just kind of like something to help you out. And Michelle and I have just decided for those of you who commit to the program within the next 24 hours, we're going to give you an additional 2 months coaching, right, Michelle? We're going to give you an additional 2 months coaching plus a course on public speaking. So we know that, you know, to be a TED speaker from where you are, there might be a gap. So we're going to help you fill in that gap by giving you a crash course on public speaking. Look, it's someone like me who's scared of public speaking and everything can make it. So can you, and we're going to put it together. So there's 2 bonuses, an extra 2 months working with us when you commit in the next 24 hours, and a public speaking training that is very effective, that can help you kind of like crash course the whole things and increase your confidence. So the price is for silver, it's $2,997, platinum is $6,997, and sapphire is $12,997. If you pay in full, we're going to give you a scholarship. So it comes out at about $2,000 just for silver. You're more than welcome to try it out for a few months. Like I said, for those of you who commit within the 24 hours, is a 2 months bonus. So you've got that extra month, a couple of months working with us. So you get to choose, darling. Whenever you're ready to share your voices, you get to choose, and just go ahead and click on any of the package that you would love to have. And like I said, Michelle and I will take care of you, take care of your voices, and we'll help to take you all the way to the top. That's what we love. Say we love women, saying women who goes all the way to the top. We don't go halfway when you're in Team Diamond, right? We don't go halfway when you're in Team Michelle and Izzy. We go all the way to the top. We understand what PMS looks like. We'll nurture you, we'll cuddle, we give you lots of hugs and kisses, and then we're like, okay, John, it's time to get back up again. Let's go. That's how we work. That's how we roll. Okay, Michelle, do we have any questions? And then before I share the link of active organizers.
Yeah, we just have comments that is so appreciate the quality one-on-one VIP attention. You are so beautiful. You love taking care of these leaders. Best thing for the buck, seriously though, best value, says Deb. So Deb says all of these beautiful comments. And because you've already put the link to the website for the TED Mastermind. And
what, sorry?
I've already put the link to the Mastermind.
Okay, thank you. So if we put the link to the Mastermind, do we have any other question before we wrap up? We've got about 5
waiting
minutes.
for the list of organizers.
Okay, that is like list of organizers, right? That's what you're here for. Okay, let's have a look. Perfect. Ready, darlings? So this is a list of all active organizers from all around the world. So you can literally
create beyond limits. Says, thank you so much. Happy our paths have crossed. Looking at the mastermind for the future for sure. You're beautiful souls with so much to offer. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So you can literally reach out to these organizers within the next few minutes. Okay, darlings, are you ready? Because this is mega moment. You know what characteristic they're looking for. You know the impact it can have. You know how to set yourself apart. You know what's possible being a TED speaker. If you're ready, just click on the hearts and the likes button and give me a yes. Give us a yes. And here it is. Ta-da! It's taken directly from the TED website. It's not on PDF because PDF can be outdated. So this is directly from the TED website, a list of active TED organizers active right now that within minutes after this, you can go and reach out to them. Now, this is from anywhere in the world, right? So you can see the topography of it, where it is scattered. What you want, top tip, what you want to look for are the blue dots, okay? So the blue dots, there are open. They are open to accepting people who are outside of their organization. There's black dots here, but that means it's closed only to the people of their organization. So this is the link that you want to go for, TED.com/tags/events, TED.com/tags, TEDx/events. So you want to go to this website and you want to search for wherever you want. So if I were to say California, okay. So if you search for California, here we are. So we have a list of places. So you can zoom into it or you can look at who they are. Now, Michelle and I have a strategy that is very effective on how you can reach out to the organizers. Very, very effective, the best method on how to get it converting, especially when it comes to connecting and sending in your application. That's what we teach in our mastermind. So for those of you, again, who are interested to find out about our mastermind or to join us, you can go to the link that we put down below, that Michelle put down below, or have a chat with Michelle. So let's have a look. Okay, today, Santa Barbara. So we're not going to look at, you can search. This is what I'm saying. If it's a black dot, it means that it's only open to that particular organization. So you can skip that one and go to the blue dots. High schoolers, usually it's for high school students, but you can go, see wherever you want to go. Let's say wherever you want to go. So it's available to you. Just click on the link and then immediately reach out to the organizers. For example, Oakland, this one in Riverside, if you want to go. This is in California. If you want to go to other places, search for other places. Michelle, have you got anything else to add?
Yeah, so Jen says, thank you so much. I have to leave you both. I appreciate it. We create Beyond Limits as well. Space available for the 23rd of March, still showing. I thought they were much further out. How far out and how close to even do they usually take applications? So to answer that question, you want to look at applications. You want to look at places that are at least 3 to 6 months out.
Because yeah, it's open here doesn't mean it's accepting any more speakers, right? It could mean open that it's accepting attendees or something else. Usually, like Michelle said, 3 to 6 months, even 3 can be cutting yes. To the close to the point, but it all depends on the organizers, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I think it's a wrap for today, Michelle. What do you think?
Yes, and Recreate Beyond Limits is okay, perfect, 3 to 6 months out. That is correct.
Yep, 3 to 6 months out. Exactly. So watch them out 3 to 6 months in advance. And there is, we wish you all the best in your tech journey. If we don't see you ever again, we hope that today's training was helpful to you and you got value from it. And again, if you've got that burning desire, don't do it on your own because it is a whole new ball game. Michelle and I are here ready to help you. The moment you say yes, we're here for you and we're going to take you all the way to the top.
Perfect. Thank you so much for everyone that's attending, and catch us on the replay and reach out, and don't forget to book a call with me.
All right. Take care. Bye.
Bye.